Yeah. Okay. All
Hopefully
right,
it
now
works tonight.
welcome, Prince Harry's favorite new podcast, J Dating Dynamics. I'm Jay. That guy over there, this way is Jay, and this is Dating Dynamics episode 2. We're going to be talking all about marriage and are modern women worth it. So let me start here, Dustin. First off, how you doing?
I'm good, bro. How about yourself?
Not bad, man. Not too bad. Sunday, the Dolphins won. Beer, I'm living it up.
Uh,
Let me kick off a conversation with one simple question, a one-word answer. Is marriage worth it today, 2022?
Is marriage worth it today? I don't know, man. I think I have too much to say on this topic.
I think, yeah, I know. There's a ton to say, and there's a lot of specifics to get into, but I think in general terms, for men, it is not worth it. I think men today have too much to lose in marriage.
I mean, we definitely have too much to lose. I mean, if you look at like the scenarios, whether it's a single woman that's childless and ready to commit, it depends on her age. I don't know, like
Yeah, no,
seriously.
don't get me wrong. That's a generality, and it depends on a ton of different things.
I'm definitely generalizing.
Yeah,
But the remember the song "Girls Just Wanna Have Fun." It's totally serious. Like if you
absolutely.
catch when you catch them young, I say from like 23 years old, a little bit younger, from 21 to 23, they're in their prime and they're actually ready to become a wife at that age. But like
Absolutely.
for some reason, there's men breaking them within that age, and
I'm
once they get past that age, it's just like
I'm not sure it's necessarily men breaking. It could be. It could be the frat boys breaking down in college. Absolutely. But I think the media and general society culture today play a much bigger role. We have people out here like the lady that's the CEO of Facebook. I don't know her name. In her book, she's telling girls, marry into your 30s, date all of them in 20s. They have this eat, pray, love lifestyle these days, especially when they're young. When they're in their prime, they're in their best agency to find a high value husband and actually take care of throughout their life.
so I've come up with a bunch of different topics for us to discuss, but for some reason they all intertwine.
Of course.
Like they all intertwine. But like when it really comes to this topic, it's if they're actually ready for it, they will commit. But most of the time, hypergamy, which we will go over in future episodes. I don't know if anybody doesn't know what hypergamy is. It's basically is it female nature?
Yeah, it's not
I
that there's
would
good women or bad women. Women just are. They are
so
by nature.
I would say hypergamy defined is females' nature to always search for the better,
For better. Absolutely.
even while they're in relationships.
Absolutely. That's the thing. Men, women love and are loved differently. Women love men not for who they are, but for what they are.
For what
We,
they're worth.
yeah, or what they're worth. What they provide, what they can. We are success. Women are sex objects, whether we like it or not. As politically
So
incorrect as to say, women are sex objects. Men are success objects. If we're not
definitely,
successful, we're not nearly as valuable as a successful man.
definitely.
But
I mean,
girls,
this is a topic for later days, but I could definitely say I don't even know. I don't even know if I want to spoil it with this whole hypergamy thing. Like, we have so many things we can cover, but like, I
absolutely. I
really
mean,
want to get into it.
marriage is a very broad topic. I mean, we can sit here and talk for hours about hypergamy. We can talk family law and how skewed and broken that system is. We can talk about the most important things in a marriage are that both sides bring. I mean, it's endless. So,
So
what made you want to talk about it? Because you're the one who picked the topic.
I don't know. I feel So I was in a long-term relationship for a long time, and then like I just wasn't like out of nowhere. So like being out there on the dating scene really intrigued me. Like I always thought that maybe I should have gotten into human psychology back in college days.
Sure.
Obviously, I didn't. I went with music and motorcycles and
Wait, we could study motorcycle
yeah.
in college?
Yeah, yeah, basically. But no, seriously, like I've always I don't know, being in an I'm a sapiosexual. I'm intrigued by a woman's mind and intelligence. So that just drove me to the intelligence behind the whole like dating dynamic behind these days. And I'm just honestly intrigued by it. And I just feel like there's something going on that nobody can exactly point their fingers on, but we all see it and we all know it's happening. And it's like there's an obvious disconnect from associating men. Now we're just sex and money. That's all we're worth. Men are
Pretty much.
just sex and money. What happened to affection? What happened to love? What happened to connection? And you know what? It's crazy because men used to be just about like sex and flaunting their money. But at the end of the day, we want somewhere we can be soft because I'm a fucking badass in every aspect of my life. I go to work and I gotta be a badass. Somebody's fucking with me at work, I'm gonna jump out the shit and I'm gonna almost fight you if we gotta fight. Dude, I'm a man every single day. When I come home, I wanna be able to just come home and have my peace. And like,
Right.
I feel like women these days aren't willing to be submissive to a man anymore. They view it as like a weakness, but they're very mistaken. Like
Well,
they're
let me clarify or give my 2 cents on what you just said. I think women, and I think all women, even the most hardcore feminist, I think all women will submit to the right man, a man that they can honestly respect. They will submit to a man. Having said that, it's very become that man, and it's even harder to stay that man. That's why 80% of the divorces are started by women because they no longer respect their husbands
because they just want to have fun.
because they just want to have fun or they find better.
So I don't know because like honestly, me and you, we have very different dating styles. I know you're very
But
dominant.
yet we just come to the same conclusions,
You're dominant. I'm less dominant. But who's actually winning at the end of the day?
right? Well, define winning.
And honestly, I almost feel like there's some dominant parts that need to be taken, but like with this day and age, it's viewed as possessive, which is a negative.
It is.
And
That's why you make sure she respect. If she doesn't respect you, she will never submit to you, and she will love you.
so I just watched something recently and I was like, oh shit, that's really cool. So the guy made this random woman be submissive to a T. She had to ask permission for anything. And that's not my style at all.
Right. I mean,
But
let me clarify. Hold on.
hold on. But
Oh,
the
go ahead.
fascination behind it was he gave her the option to be submissive.
Mhm.
If she wasn't for it, she can go.
Yeah.
But when she actually took it in, I don't know, man. It's a very interesting topic and I just love it.
Well, biologically, women are hardwired to submit to a man. It's just biologic caveman days at our primitive. That's how it was. However, women were always wanting to submit to the most alpha male, to the best of the get, and
And
still,
we're all still biologically wired that way.
of course, of course.
Whether we believe it or not, whether with social media and finances and who can get more in this, it all comes down to that.
All comes to biology and gene. I absolutely agree with that. Now,
But I feel one thing that is missing, correct me if I'm wrong, but with this day and age, I feel like women no longer even look at creating the family life and
Most women
creating
don't.
that unit.
Yeah, most women don't. Women have nowadays, unfortunately, thanks to third wave feminism, have the attitude of I need no man, I do this on my own, blah blah. I can have it all. We were talking about this off air earlier. Women think have their career and have their family and have it all at the end of the day. By the time they're 45, you can't. You can't do it. If you
So
have a successful career, you're not going to be able to find the man that you want. Because at that point, the men who are better than you, the men who will respect, are no longer checking for you. They're no longer checking for 35-year-old girls.
no,
Exactly.
no. If
The
I'm
CEOs always got
45
the
years old,
25-year-old.
or
Sorry, that
say
again?
it again.
I was saying that's why the CEO has a hot 25-year-old secretary who he's banging the side. He's got his eyepiece and his wife at home. He's not checking for you. And if you're the VP of marketing or VP of finance, you're not checking for the trader or the guy in accounting or anybody else. You're not checking for guys who are below the totem pole.
Correct. I mean, I feel like if you find a 45-year-old male that is in his prime, in his field of success, and you also find a woman at her prime, in her success at 45, the man is not going to go for that 45-year-old woman at the same age and same caliber.
No,
He's going to start looking 20 years younger
because
automatically.
that's biological imperative.
We are looking at beauty and youth. We are attracted to women being fertile. I want to impregnate these girls. And not me. Yeah, me too. But you know what I mean? Like, we're just driven to that.
It's our
That's what we're driven
biological imperative
towards.
to pass our seed on and to make with the best looking, most fertile, most virgin world there is.
Absolutely. Is that the Ghostbuster phone?
Yeah, that was the Ghostbuster. There's a bit of a
Okay.
situation over there. I'll take care of it.
No, but
And you're
honestly,
talking to a guy who's divorced. So I've been through this. And you ask me why did my marriage fail? I'll take this on myself. Failed because I wasn't any longer a man that she respected. Let myself
why?
go. I didn't really care. I got fat. She, you know. So yeah, she left me.
So, do you feel like that had something to do with yourself in the relationship?
It was all on me. It was all on me. Mind you, I'm pretty sure she cheated on me, and she treated me garbage, etc., 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 etc. But that's because of me. I let myself be treated that way. I wasn't the man. I didn't step up and take charge of the marriage. See, I firmly believe we as men, when a girl is submissive to us, we don't own the girl. We're not taking possession of her. We're taking possession of the relationship. The relationship belongs to us because we are the guardians of the relationship. We are the gatekeepers of relationships. Just women are the gatekeepers of sex. Sex doesn't happen if a woman doesn't want it to happen. Relationship doesn't happen if the man doesn't want it to happen.
Correct. So, all right. So you bring up a good question. So, if someone wants to have a relationship, who do you think controls that?
The man.
The
The man
man.
should control it. That's why we always tell men, and it's almost like a power struggle at the start of every relationship with two things: who's angling for the relationship first, and who says "I love you" first. That's always a power struggle in every relation, and no man should ever those things first, ever.
Sure.
And
So,
I say that because if you're the man and you start angling with the relationship for the relationships, then guess who gets to put the boundaries in place?
who?
The person was asked. If
What?
people ask me for a relationship, I am perfectly within my right to say, okay, I'll be in a relationship with you, but it's going to take this, and this.
So you're coming from the woman's side.
No, not at all, not at all. I'm
What do you
saying
mean?
if I a girl to be in a relationship with me, and she says, well, okay, and then I come at her with something where I'm going to take action of the relationship. Okay, you're my girlfriend, but I want you to always share your location with me. It's like, what? No, screw you. You're the one asking for relationship. Why should I do it? if she asks me, now I can tell what it takes to be in a relationship with me.
So
With
this is a,
with me.
to be I know me and you are very different. Like you like to be in control, where I to believe it or not, listen, I want to be in control. I will not deny that.
Mm-hmm.
I want to be in control.
Right.
But I know that if you put a bird in a cage, and I learned this from my buddy Paul, if you put a bird in a cage, it's going to want to fly away.
Yeah.
So I have always encouraged my partner to do whatever she wants and anything she wants to flourish. Well, I had an ex-girlfriend. She loved to take nude photography. And that's what she loved. And you know what? I didn't necessarily love it. I wasn't a fan of it, but that's what she loved to do.
Okay.
One day, without me knowing, she went and did some nude photography without me knowing. And I found out about it. And it almost felt like she cheated on me in a way, like,
Of course
because
it did.
she lied to me about it. And she didn't really have to do that. Like, I'm a different man. I know there's a lot of different men in this way, but I always agree in giving the female that openness and that space to do whatever you want. So I encouraged her. What I did, I became her manager, and I became to find. I literally found photographers, and I was booking her studio sessions so that her career could flourish. Like, not every man will do that. So it's you have a give and take with that. I know you probably wouldn't fly for that. I had a girl taking nude photography and I'm blowing wind beneath her sails. I'm like, go ahead, do it. I'm booking her photo shoots. Like, it's all different.
How did that end up?
What was that?
How did it turn out?
How did it turn out? I'm single.
That's the question. Would you let your wife be fans?
To be honest, I don't even know what I want anymore. Like, the world is so skewed these days. Like, I want to be able to give my partner the space to flourish, but it's like, what space do you want to flourish in?
Right. Do you
You
have
know
to
what
be
I mean?
a space, or is it whatever space she wants to flourish?
I'm just saying, like, does she want to flourish in a space that's catered around OnlyFans and that like sexual lifestyle? Or does she actually want to start a life and like become a mother and like it's different?
Maybe she does, but maybe there's people with pregnant fetishes that search on OnlyFans. Anybody can OnlyFans, and there's also sick shit out there.
Yeah, but that's getting
So
into like a
that's the
different
question: would you let
aspect
your
of it.
wife be OnlyFans? Even let's say she's an OnlyFans when you meet her and she's making ton of money and that's what she wants to do for the rest of her life. Would you marry that girl?
Probably not.
So you have better than yourself that you would say if she angled for a relationship with you would probably okay. I like you.
I mean,
Everything fits, but I can't have you being on OnlyFans.
if she wants to make a relationship and have a life together, there's no point in having an OnlyFans. Like, I mean, unless you wanted to get rich together, like, what are you doing? But like,
there's the exception to the rule is out there, bro. There's married strippers.
there's definitely exceptions to the rule. And you know what? To be honest, I'm not going to deny. I might be one of those guys that look for the exception to the rule. I'm looking for your toxic daughters out there. Like, that's my toxic trait.
And let me take a moment, real encourage everyone who's watching on Instagram right now. Please come over to the YouTube side. We can really help on that.
People are telling me to take my AirPods out, that it's creating an echo.
Interesting. Okay.
You tell me how my audio is now.
It's honestly still good.
Still good?
I'm hearing my through somewhere. Why is my phone? I took the volume all down. Okay, I think it doesn't let me turn it all the way down when I'm on live because I can still hear a little, but I mean I hear you fine.
Yeah, I turned down the Instagram all the way. I'm on the StreamYard full volume.
Perfect. So yeah, guys, if you're on Instagram, please come over to YouTube. Really use the help over there. We're gonna get this channel off the ground. It's only episode two. So let's get to the further question then. Are modern women in general worth marrying?
Modern women.
No.
Hold on. I have to say something about the thumbnail that you picked tonight.
Okay.
Because you picked something that says modern women, and then the girls are all like tatted.
She's a modern woman. Tell me she's not.
That's not a
Bro,
modern
bro,
women.
come on, you go out. You went
men
out in
are
Miami
not.
more than me. You went out in Miami more than me, and you saw 20 of that girl every night.
Listen, you just posted a picture, a thumbnail of girls that we want, but not the general public.
Bro, I guarantee you 99% of men that girl attractive. Which is the point. They say it's like going like you're going like crazy on Instagram.
Guys, how's the audio? Tell me how the audio is, because I can't tell. We're on two different streaming sites, and we're trying to figure out how the audio is.
Going really bad. Come over to YouTube. It's on both stories. The link is right there. Come over to YouTube and watch.
Yo, Joel, post the link in our comments in Instagram.
We can do that.
Yeah.
All right. How do I do that? That's not the thing. Hang on.
Yo, where's my boy? My boy Cito on the beat is here.
Oh,
I almost want to see if I could get him in here. You mind? You mind if I pull my boy Cito in?
Can we pull him in on YouTube?
I don't know. We're gonna do it on IG real quick.
All right. Let me post the link up for YouTube. There, I just posted it up in the comments. All right, bring him in on this. The thing is, the YouTube are going to be able to hear him.
I want to see what happens. I want to see if my boy comes in here.
So Paul thinks I'm just going like crazy. All right. Is Paul the one on?
No, not my boy Paul. It's my boy. I'm trying to get my boy Cito in.
All right, let's bring him in.
So I don't know why there's an echo. Can you hear me clearly?
I hear you perfectly. I don't hear any echo.
Reverend Raw, he says there's an echo.
Yeah. Rob, come over to YouTube, man. There's no echo.
So, you got any questions for me, bro?
Me? Are we your boy or not? Are we your boy on or not?
Nah, he didn't come in.
All right. Does Paul want on? Paul, you want to come on?
Let's see if Paul comes on.
I'll see the YouTube link. Paul Wolfman. While we wait for Paul to answer, let me read it. This is episode 2. Who's this?
Paul Luch. So this is my buddy Paul.
Hey, Paul, let me do this. Okay, can I just send you the YouTube link and you come on through YouTube because Instagram is creating all kinds of audio.
Sure, no problem.
I'm gonna send it to you via DM right now.
I don't want to be live.
What did you say?
How about this?
Paul. Follow. How do I gotta exit. Can you send in the link?
You wanted to add your 2 cents.
Yeah, but I'm just writing.
You wanted to add your 2 cents.
Hey, It's been 30 years almost. Oh, God, I don't want to get this.
You wanted to add your 2 cents. Now you're in here.
Tell them to click that link.
You can't go out there. That's good.
Paul, you got to click on the link.
What link?
I
I
just
don't know.
DM'd it to him.
There's no link.
I don't see no link either, bro.
I DM'd it to him. And
He said he DM'd it to you.
What's DM, bro? I don't know.
You don't.
I don't know what's going on.
I don't get it. All right, listen. I'll let you guys keep talking. I'll give
Do you have him on text?
Yeah.
All right, send him the link.
Yeah, check your DM and your messages, Paul.
Bring him in here. See what he's got.
So should I end the live?
Yeah, hey guys, everybody on Instagram, please come over to YouTube.
Did you put the link?
I did.
Are you sure?
It's in the comments. Yes. I'll put it in again. If you end it.
All right, so guys, apparently my buddy wants to get off of this, and we're going on YouTube. I don't agree.
It's not I want to. Is that I want to bring him on.
But he's far in Miami. I can't go over there and just punch him in the face, so I gotta just deal with it. So click the link. We're switching over to YouTube. Check it out. If you guys want in and you have questions or you want to talk with us, join in with us. There's the link. You can request to be in.
Yeah.
Let us know.
And there's YouTube chat too. Tell him YouTube chat. Okay, whatever. All right. So see if Paul comes on.
All right, so we're fully here.
Yeah. So things I'm tripping, Paul. And I just lost Justin's video.
We're fully here.
Yeah, I've got you on audio. I don't have you on video.
All right, I'm here on video.
There you are. All right. So we're all on YouTube now.
We're only on YouTube.
Guys,
right
post comments in the chat. There's a few of you watching now. So episode 2 is one live on YouTube. I'll take whatever we can get. So, men and women, worth marrying. Where were we? You were grilling me about the thumb.
Where are we?
Well, I contend modern women, with few exceptions, there are exceptions. This is a big generality, but modern women are not worth it.
Why do you say they're not worth it?
2 reasons. One, the quality of women is pretty sus nowadays. And 2, marriage right now is also a loose proposition for men.
So let me ask you a question though. If you come across a girl, right?
Sure.
And she shows you absolute interest and she's not talking to any other guy,
Mm-hmm.
and she's just being your piece, and she's letting you take the lead, and she's letting you be a man, and she's ready and open for commitment, and she's open to starting a family and open to getting married. What's your take on that woman?
Okay, first let's acknowledge that finding that woman is going to be extremely hard these days for any man,
Especially if she lives in Miami.
especially living in Miami. Absolutely. Miami, you guys don't understand. If you're watching this and you're not Miami is the craziest dating mecca you ever met. But anyway, at that point, I might be willing to entertain. But irrespective of the woman, marriage is still a loose proposition for a man. Because a man has everything to lose with marriage.
Marriage is a lose-lose because,
Of course.
especially even like if we find a single woman, a single mother at that. To be honest, you know what's sad about this is that the only women that are actually worth marrying, that I feel, and in my own experience, I feel like the only women that are actually worth marrying these days are single mothers. But the only problem with single mothers is that they have these preconceived notions in their head about what men are and how they were treated in the past.
Mhm.
But the only reason I say single mothers is because, not to say that their child is a burden, but at the end of the day, women know that that's a big part of baggage to
Of
bring into a
course.
relationship with a new man. They know men don't want to date a woman with a kid. But
Absolutely.
if you do find a man that is willing to do that, like, you have to be able to be open to that. And like, if a man is even considering that, like, that's a good dude, bro. Like, to be honest, I mean, that I hear so much these days that will tell you to stay away from single women, single mothers. To be honest,
Yeah.
like, I've dated women that I thought were absolutely gorgeous, and I dated it with them because they had a kid. And I never was forced to meet the kid, and I just knew I wanted to have my own family. And men will always kind of, it's sad to say, it's really sad to say, but men will always be disgusted by a woman that already has a child. And I'm sorry to say that, because like, I don't want to blame on single mothers, but it's just like this preconceived notion as men that have been in us biologically
Yeah.
own.
No, you're absolutely. It is a biological imperative. If men overall, we're talking about this. We want to find the youngest. You're frozen, by the way. We want to find the youngest
Am I
fertile
losing
woman we
connection
can
over
make.
here?
Yeah, your connection's a little bit weak. Um, we are biologically hardwired to want to give our parental investment to our own offspring. We don't want to have to give our parental investment to someone's child. And you just said it yourself. Any guy who's willing to a woman like that is a good dude. Well, the old adage exists for a reason. Nice guys last. That guy is likely to get taken advantage of. And Justin just dropped here, so I guess we'll wait to see if he comes back to our call. There he is. Let's bring back. There you are.
Sorry, I
Yeah,
lost you for a second.
I was just saying we are hardwired to want to give our parental investment to our own offspring. That's how we're hardwired. We don't want to be, and it happens a lot. But we don't want to be taking care of another man's child. Whether he's in the
But
picture or not, it's irrelevant.
but also, if we decide to, right?
Yeah.
Let's say we take care of some other man's child for 10 years. And now I have a relationship with that child, and that woman decides to leave me.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Not only is that it.
No, I don't have any rights as a man with that child.
Not
That's
only
not my
that.
child.
Not only that is not your child. But guess what? You took care of that child for years. Guess who's going to be on the hook for child support?
Who?
You are.
What?
Yes, bro. This happens every day. Men get for child support for kids that aren't theirs all the time. It happens constantly. And you're talking.
Like,
When I got married, I married a single mother, and I love that to death. I still talk. I love that kid, but my parental investment always wants to go to my child. As hard as to hear, but it's the truth.
yeah.
I guess your boy Paul didn't want to come on.
Yeah, I guess he didn't get the link.
I DM'd it right to him.
But so this is why all of our subjects kind of overlap, because they all kind of fall into like this category that like overlaps each other.
So let me get into why I see marriage is a lose-lose for men.
Go ahead.
It got less to do with the woman, more to do with the family law court system that we have in the street. Right now, in your average marriage, the guy's gonna lose the kids, the guy's gonna lose the house, the guy's gonna lose his money, the guy's gonna lose monthly income too because he's got to pay alimony and support. He had everything to lose. You gotta be a really bad, really mother to get your kids away these days. I'm talking a crackhead that type person to get taken away, and even then, You agree? Disagree? Am I wrong? Am I off my rocker? Can you hear me over there?
I'm
Bro,
having
we gotta work on your
technical difficulties.
we gotta work on your connection. Oh boy. I think I got back.
Having technical difficulties over here.
Can you hear me? I don't think you can hear me. But hey, guys, if you're watching, put in the chat. Am I off rocker here? Am I right on? Is he right on? Well, I'd love to hear you guys' thoughts. And please like the video while you're at it. We can really use the help. We're trying to get this channel off the ground as Justin Reese. This is the J&J Dating Dynamics podcast, Harry's favorite new podcast, episode number 2. While we wait for Justin, and his boy Paul, I guess, did not want to come on. And with Justin back, let's see if that works. No, it doesn't look like working, Justin. Okay. So I guess it's me for right now. So yeah, as I'm saying, generalities, but no, modern women probably are not worth marriage today. I think the main that's less to do with the women and more to do. There he is. Yes, that's to do with the women and more to do with the marriage system we have in this country. I think it's completely and unfairly skewed toward women and everything to the men. The number of men that have to file bankruptcy in this country because of the divorce staggering. Justin, you with me over here? Bro, I don't know if you can hear me, but you really got to move to your laptop. Okay. We have a few more minutes to come back on here, and that'll be the. I hope he can come back.
I'm
on.
sorry, Joel. I'm having a really hard time with the connection over here.
I can hear you. Can you hear me? Justin, can you hear me?
Yeah.
There you are.
I'm gonna try and move, see if I get a connection over here.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, go more. As we did an inside look at Justin's apartment. What is a bachelor like? New York in New.
Better connection. What is a bachelor life?
Your audio is here. So we're good. All right. So I was saying in general terms.
The bachelor life like out here.
Yeah. I don't know. So saying in general terms, marriage is not worth it for men, mainly more because of the family law system than because
there's still a connection problem.
Yes, there is. All right, everybody, we're having connection issues. I got to work on this with Justin, and we're gonna go ahead and end the right there. It's been 40 minutes. Thank you all for joining. Next week again, we'll be back at you with episode 3, and it'll be really controversial with this one as Justin continues to rattle over there. I think Justin, you there?
I'm here.
Oh, look at that! I was about off. But we got.
I don't know what's going on with our connection today.
Well, right now they're good. So tell me, I think marriage isn't worth it more because of the family law system than men.
Say it again.
I think in general, marriage today for men is not worth it more because of the family law system because of the women.
Oh, I mean, it's absolutely catered more towards women. I mean, put it this way, right? Women can get an abortion, right, without the men's decision.
Right.
But let's just say a woman decides to have the kid against our will. Do we have the option to have a financial abortion? And when I say financial abortion, I mean to say, you want to have that child, I don't. Do I have the right
option to not be on the hook?
Eject myself financially from you wanting to have that child? No.
You do, but she had to grant your permission.
Yeah, it's not a thing for
No,
men.
you don't.
It's
She has the option.
she has the option, and in the judicial system, like it's just geared towards women. It really is. You get alimony, you get child support, and it's just it's geared towards women.
Yeah, it is what it is. And that's why I say the amount of men that zeroed out and have went through bankruptcy and they're 50 years old and got to move back in with their parents because a woman took everything from them really is a problem because it happens a lot and it happens every day.
Yeah, something's not right. And literally, that's the whole reason for this podcast. I just want to be open to the conversation.
Yeah.
And as we grow and, gain some popularity, I hope to have some people that are already popular in this field and in this world and in the manosphere. And there's actually a lot of women. And this is the most intriguing part. There's a
Yeah.
lot of women out there that have
Women,
very, very successful podcasts, and they are advocating for men. Like,
women are waking up to
dude, one of my most favorite women right now advocating for men is Pearl. She goes as just Pearly Things, and I wanna have her on one day, or I hope to be guest on her show one day. But like, I've never seen a woman that fully understands where men are coming from these days, and it's just absolutely fascinating. I love it.
yeah. Hopefully we grow and I first guess next week might be Donovan Sharp,
That'd
who's
be amazing.
a big tuber. Then when I do want to do an episode on just hypergamy. I'm hoping to be able to get Rollo Tomasi for that one. Then Donovan is one of my very best friends. If I can get him to help us out a little bit, we can get some of those folks here and help us with things. So hopefully we can expand this conversation to just you, me, and yeah.
For sure.
All
So
right.
where are you in the game? Like, would you ever marry again?
Would I ever marry again? It would have to be. It needs to be the exact right woman and the exact right circumstances that I'm looking for. Right now, no, I would not marry again, and I'm not in the place I want to be. Want to be financially, health-wise.
So,
I'm working on myself right now. That's no, I'm not ready to get married. Right? Would I marry again?
I
Sure.
mean,
Under the right.
obviously not. It's not like you're gonna find a girl and get married, but like,
Yeah.
what would it take? What would it take to be on that road for you?
It would. It's got to be the right girl. That's just bottom line. I mean, she has to obviously look a certain way because sex is extremely important in marriage. She has to be submissive. She has to understand. She has to complement my life. She has to bring some besides sex to the table. She has to make me not make me because I don't need a woman to make better. I can make myself better. She needs to make my life better. Just like I came to my end of the bargain, I got my life better too. A marriage isn't 50-50. A marriage is 100.
So,
You both put in 100%.
do you do you feel that women might overvalue themselves because
Absolutely.
they bring sex to the table?
Absolutely. That is not the fault of women. That I blame us for. I blame us because we're the ones overvalue them on social media. We're the ones that hit 25,000 and put fire emoji comments on every freaking photo a girl posts. Whether she's hot or not. It doesn't matter.
So you think men are basically poisoning the well?
Yes, in a way. You
Absolutely, right?
remember
Because I mean, back in the day, girls didn't have access to social media, and the world around wasn't dumping into her and her ego. Back in the day, there was no dating apps, there was no social media. So the girls that were attractive in our day were the girls from hometown. But
right.
you know the girls from hometown because you've associated with the girls from your hometown for some reason. Now you have a reach that goes beyond neighborhoods, beyond the world. Like, you can literally have Drake end up in your girl. Hold on. Honest fact. Guess who ended up in my ex girlfriend's DMs one day?
Great.
Lil Jon, yeah,
Yeah.
in Miami, inviting my girl to some fucking show at Live, telling her to bring her girlfriends, no dudes. Like, that's the difference.
Yeah, but social
So, in a
media.
relationship, do you think, all right, let's say you get into a new relationship. Should your girl have a social media?
No.
No?
If she does, one of my stands that I was talking about earlier.
All right, well, what if you meet her and she's active on her social media?
Okay, either she gets rid of it. If she wants a relationship with me, she either gets rid of it or gives me full access to it. And then there's no way around that. I had a girlfriend. I probably told you about her. The girl in Ukraine. She gave me access to her social media, but she's still out there talking to the guys on social media. I'm not having that. I'm not
And you
having
could
that.
see it all?
Yeah, I could see it all. She didn't think it was a big deal. I don't know what the issue was, but the bottom line was she would delete the social media. I told her, oh, you want delete? I need full access to it. She fought me tooth and nail on that.
So do you think women forget these days, or they're lacking to think that, like, as a man, we want to be secure about our women and our relationship. Like, no other man should ever have any type of access to our woman.
Absolutely, you're 100% correct on that.
But do
And
you think women these days forget that?
of course they forget because of all the positive attention and all the validation they're getting on social media. If you pull up an Instagram profile of your girl, of any girl, all she has on there, whether bikini photos or big hooded parkas, but they're all full photos of herself. What do you call that? That's advertising.
So what if your girlfriend, let's say you just start dating a girl and she doesn't have promiscuous photos. It's mostly like food photos, vacation photos, and once in a while a selfie. Is that okay?
Sure, that's okay, but I don't want access to it.
With it has to be private, right?
I don't care whether the Instagram is private or not, but I need the password and I be able to log in on my phone. You know what the number one
I
dating app
mean,
is?
Instagram.
Of course. And nowadays, Instagram out in the dating world, out there, mean girls or whatever, and an Instagram handle is way more valuable than a phone number these days.
It really is. I mean, I've met girls and they've asked me or I've asked them, "What's your Instagram?" I don't even ask for your phone number.
Yeah,
And
you
you're right,
ask
it's
for your.
way more valuable because you're getting an insight to that person's life without, like, with a phone number, you're not getting much. But if you
Right.
get
What you're
their
getting is access is
Instagram,
to
you're
be able
getting
to
it.
text her.
Absolutely.
And nowadays, you can call them on Instagram, video chat them on Instagram, and text them on it. So what else do you want? You know. Now uses her
Uh,
Instagram work. I'm going to ask her to delete it, but do want access to it. Call her. I don't care.
yeah. See, I'm a little different from you in that aspect. I It's not that I don't want access to it, to be 100% honest.
Yeah.
Of course, I'm a man. Of course, I want access to it. I want to see who the hell's messaging you. But at the bottom of my heart, I want to be able to trust my woman.
Sure. We all want to. We all want that. But and maybe this is just me. I don't trust anybody. Much less look. If I'm dating a girl and I'm trying to work toward marriage, if I'm gonna eventually give you my resources, give you my name, you're gonna behave a certain way. If that you want, if you really want to be my girl, if you want my resources, my name, there's a price for that, and it's more than just giving me sex. I can get that any day. All I got to do is go on for 10 minutes. You
Yeah,
know,
I think women forget that's
they do. I think so. I think so, and I think it makes it way harder on men to figure out exactly what it is they want.
It's so messed up. Like I literally I could talk about this all day. Literally, like I can just bounce around subject to subject because it goes so deep and it's so messed up these days. It really is.
Yeah.
Like the balance is just so far left. I can't even begin to describe it.
Yeah, it's very, very.
But basically, like the women, they are all going towards. They all say that men are trash, right?
Hmm.
But they're all sleeping with the same men because they're all 80% of women are going towards 20% of men that are out there.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
those 20% of
Let's
men,
go.
especially the top 10, are high value men that you girls can date those high value men. So you think you're not actually dating them, they're sleeping with you. And you think they're dating you. The high value men
At
are
the end of the day,
looking.
I really think women would rather unknowingly share a high value man than be stuck with a boring lower value man. Value.
But are they honestly okay with that?
I think as long as they don't see it, as long as it's not put in front of their face, as long as it's not public, I don't think that they have a problem with it.
We
If
definitely
they are
have to have
really
more.
high value. I'm talking. I'm
We have
talking.
to have women on here.
Oh, absolutely, we absolutely do. But and don't get me wrong, I have female friends. I love them to death. And this is a basic, a very, very, very enormous generalization. Women rarely tell you the truth about these things.
Oh no, I see it all the time. On my favorite podcast, all the time. Women cap all day.
Of course.
They literally they want to save face, but it's
Yeah.
all good because we can see right through it.
Of course.
But I do have some quality female friends, and they've
Cool.
agreed to come on the show. So one day, I hopefully, I hope to rearrange it with them.
Yeah, definitely. I think starting next week, we'll be starting on more guests, more people. I wish Paul would have come on. I think he, he really seemed to disagree with me. So I would have had him on. So talk to me next week. We can get him on here. All right, let's
Paul,
final thoughts. We're starting up on an hour here.
final thoughts, you say?
Yeah.
Um, Listen, I'm a hopeless romantic, so at the end of the day, I always think there's gonna be a female that does want to be submissive and submit to her man. And females might take that the wrong way. I don't mean that in a bad way. I just mean to like be in her feminine. Drop the masculine. You don't
Yes.
need control. Let the man lead. Let the man be the man. Let him show you what can the possible like a man has goals, especially if he takes a woman on. Like if I take a woman on right now, like I already have a game plan. Like I'm thinking, where are we gonna live? Where am I buying a house? How are we making money? How are we gonna succeed? When are
Yeah.
we having children? How many children are we gonna have? Like I got a plan. Like women forget that men plan this shit out, and like
And see,
we're not looking.
that's where
Go
society is
ahead.
wrong. Is that most women now they hear the word submit or submissive, and they think you want
They're
to
looking for
handcuff them in the
sex and
kitchen.
money.
Yeah, I think you want to handcuff the kitchen and just make them slaves and scrub my floors all day. No. When we submit,
No.
we mean
I scrub my own damn floors. I
yeah. I
clean my
mean
own
we can
damn
do that shit
dishes. I
ourselves.
get my own damn food.
What we mean is make our lives better. And men have a much higher success drive than women because of what I said earlier and our success objects. So we are already on this train
Our
on
value is based on what we are and what we could provide.
exactly. We're
Women
already on a
forget that I'm sorry, as shallow as it sounds, our value is what we can provide,
yeah.
what we can do. a woman's value is on her beauty and her youth
Women are valued
and
on
her fertility. That's it.
Yeah.
I hate to
90%
say
of the
it,
guys.
but guess what?
90% of the
Once
guys.
your beauty fades, once you're after 35 and it's a problem for you to possibly have children and you're in the geriatric zone of pregnancy, you're not viewed as valuable anymore. That's not what a man views as valuable.
Absolutely not.
And it sucks because the younger generation, they're failing to realize that. But like, we could all be happier if people were actually set their minds on becoming traditional. And maybe not traditional in the sense to like being a virgin in marriage. I know that's hard these days. We're all a little bit, a little,
Really awesome.
we're all a little bit promiscuous. But if you guys can get over the fact of being promiscuous and being in a state of hypergamy and deal with that, like blue collar guys also make great money. Just because he looks dirty while he's working doesn't mean he ain't bringing home the bacon. Doesn't mean he isn't going to be the great man. Like, girls need to be open to this. Instagram has y'all full.
Mhm. Instagram has
I'm
full.
sorry.
That's for sure. That's
You're not going to get that basketball player. And if you want that basketball player, be prepared to be dogged out.
Yeah.
You're going to get dogged out. You're going to get that footballer. You're going to get that YouTuber. No pun intended.
Rapper. Yeah.
We're not at that point yet.
No, we're not there
But you're
yet.
going to get dogged out.
Yeah, of course. I mean, it's I don't know how else to put it. Women are always going to look too great, and it's on men. I think, and I stand by what I said earlier. I think women are this way because we let them become that way. We put them on a pedestal. Every time we
I
hit,
agree with you.
every time we hit the like button, we're making the problem worse.
Yo, can I say something interesting?
Yeah, it's your podcast too.
So this comes straight from the mouth of my ex-girlfriend. Female.
Yeah.
She said women fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, how? Explain. And she's like, well, we had it good. And I'm like, what do you mean we had it good? She was like, back in the day, all we had to do was take care of the home, build the home, take care of our kids, make sure everything's clean, make sure there's food on the table, and you guys put the food on the table. And it's like everything had its own balance. And then we'll get to this on a later topic,
Yeah.
but there's a really negative.
All right. Well, I'm having connection troubles again. But
Feminism.
yeah,
And it might be a little bit too early to get into it, but there is such a thing as toxic feminism, and it's taken over these days.
oh, absolutely, and it's because us men let it get away. Because
Not sure if you can see me.
Yeah, we got you back. But yeah, let's.
I was talking about toxic feminism, and there's a lot to do with toxic masculinity these days, and really all it is, they're literally trying to take power away from men.
Toxic. Let me just say this, close it out. Toxic masculinity, I think, is a construct of the feminists, because it is still, it's still
absolutely.
toxic
I agree.
males that are getting laid out there. They're the ones that are getting.
It's
the women.
bullshit. To me, I'm sorry, but I think toxic masculinity, the whole concept of it, is a bullshit to just shit on the male race.
Of course it is. Of course it is. Of course it is. That's why, like I said, toxic males are the ones getting laid. So explain that. All right, guys. With that, we're going to close it out here. We're an hour, and Justin's starting to have connection troubles again, and they want to put up that. So this was episode 2 of Prince Harry's favorite podcast, J&J Dynamics. We are going to leave it at that. We'll be back next Sunday, 8 a.m. Be here. Peace.